What's up, guys? Today I got a beautiful brown Bess in front of me. Now, one of my buddies gave me more details about it. I'm gonna read off my phone while you watch the white screen. So it is and I'm probably gonna botch this pronunciation, a Miroku, M-I-R-O-K-U, of Japan, copy of the third model. The India pattern, which the bedazzling, land service musket or third brown Bess. It is a trade musket length, shortened from 42 inches, factory done as is with a bayonet stud on the front sight. The ornamental replica, you know, I suck at reading things off a phone. Let's redo that. So it is a Miroku of Japan, copy of the third model, the India pattern, land service musket or the third brown Bess. It is a trade musket length, shortened from 42 inches. Factory done as it has a bayonet stud front sight. The ornament... I suck at reading things. The tack work that was popular in the eastern woodland tribes in the late 18th and early 19th century. Okay, you can see why I was never asked in class to read out loud, because I suck at it. Let me know down in the comments if you also suck at reading out loud, because I do. Anyways, so this is a bedazzled brown Bess, is how I put it. I was kind of worried when I first got it, this little bead work, whatever you want to call it, the brass pins. I was kind of worried up on top it was going to kind of hurt being right on top of the stock like that, but no, it was actually a very pleasant gun to shoot. It's a lot of fun to shoot. If you've never shot a flintlock, you're missing out. Though I will say, I hope you don't develop a flinch like I did. Well, I got it all loaded up. Should be ready to go. I know I flinched that. This time, I'm actually going to try to hit it. I wasn't 100% sure if it was even going to go off. But, man, that's a delay. Holy shit, I can see my flinch. This should be called the flinch lock, because I am flinching the hell out of it. God, I can't shoot this thing. I just have too much of a flinch. All right, watch me flinch, my flinch lock.
Did it again.
The delayed ignition and sometimes no ignition had me wondering every single time I pulled the trigger, is this going to go off? Is this going to go off? I don't know. And as I pulled the trigger, I would just instinctively flinch. Towards the end, I was able to train that out of myself, but at the beginning, it was very hard for me to hit anything. It was quite horrible. Oh, my English skills are going downhill. I hope you guys are enjoying my descent into madness. And I'm leaving all this in here so you can make fun of me. And all 5 people who watch the video. But for those who are not familiar with the flintlock operation, it's actually kind of a cool design. So right here you have your hand that holds the flint. And you clamp it into the hand. And right here, this is the frizzen. You put 4F powder, so you want a finer powder so it ignites faster inside the pan. So what you do, man, it's hard on these. All right, so you pull it back to this position, and then you open up the frizzen. This is the frizzen. You pour in gunpowder, that's 4F fine powder. Then you close the frizzen. Cock the hammer, and then when you fire it, there is a spark. The spark ignites the powder, goes into the actual barrel, ignites the powder that's in the barrel, and shoots out the projectile. So this is the spring for the frizzen. As you pull back on the lock, you can see how it has spring tension both directions. You pour your powder in there, and as you can see, there's a hole that leads directly into the barrel. Pour your powder here, close your frizzen, pull back on your lock, make sure that your flint is level or flat to the frizzen. As you can see, there was spark in the pan. All right, go ahead.
Takes a little while.
Yeah, there's 100 grains of powder going in there.
There we go.
Now usually you use a patch, but these are thick enough that you let it fall down, and then the ramrod pushes it the rest of the way and smushes it.
I'll point it out that way.
Yeah, it's smart not to point it at your face.
This one?
The other end, the flat end, yeah. Next time so you pull that back, just one cock. Then you take this, and it's spring loaded, and you push this end into the pan and drop a little powder.
That enough?
Yeah, that's more than enough. You might get a lot more flash now, but it happens. Close the frizzen, and when you're ready, just cock the lock back. Which I think is kind of cool. When you shoot one of these, when you're used to shooting modern firearms, it is a unique experience. It is a lot of fun, and there's a lot of smoke. Now, if I can give you guys a little piece of advice, if you ever take the lock apart, that's this whole trigger assembly, when you take it off, just leave it together, please, because that mainspring is a bitch to get back together. Trust me, you do not want to do that. It took me and another person to compress the spring and guide it into place. Like, it wasn't hard to take apart, but it was kind of a bitch to get back together just because of that mainspring spring pressure. Like, there's a lot of it. I mean, as you pull back on the lock, you're going to feel it. It's got an okay trigger, but it's a flintlock. It's got a front sight, like I said before, and you can kind of aim it through the screw that's at the back of the barrel right here. But you have to get your head really low on the gun. That's why I was kind of wondering if these little decorative or ornamental beads were going to be kind of a problem. But no, they didn't bother me one bit. The gun is very pleasant to shoot. Black powder shoots a slow-moving slug that's a lot more powerful than you might think. This is a 75 caliber.
A book and spaghetti squash.
Yeah. Hey Keith, would you show the back? Holy shit. Well, he made it through the pumpkin and hit the metal target.
There we got it.
Wow.
Yeah, you broke the board.
I wonder if I hit the board.
I think you did.
It is a big chunk of lead flying through the air. And when you see it hit a projectile, this video, you can tell I've been doing shorts, not long videos. Okay, so when you hit a object, when you hit an object with this slow-moving slug, it is devastating. It gives you a lot of appreciation. Appreciation for what? That nobody's shooting at me with it? It gives you a perspective of history and the devastation that this gun and caliber would do on the veterans that were fighting for our independence. There we go. That was almost an intelligent thought there. Oh, guys. Usually I spend a lot of time trying to fix this, but today I'm just leaving this all in here. I think this musket looks beautiful. And what I think is interesting is it was made in Japan and they replicated everything down to the pitting. They replicated the pitting. This is all fake. Like if you take the barrel out of the stock, it is completely perfect on the bottom. It's interesting. But they replicated it beautifully, in my opinion. Like, it's a beautiful gun. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, fuck this watermelon.
That's better.
And fuck, it burned my arm to all the shit.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to shoot that left-handed, Keith.
Yeah, you're really not. Ow, that really is burned.
So if you guys are thinking about getting into black powder, it's a pain in the ass to clean up. So, enjoy. And if you're married, she probably will not like you cleaning it in the bathtub. Another piece of advice, because that's the best place to clean them, but it's also the best way to start a fight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. Maybe I'll get a little better on camera when I'm doing a different video. I don't know. This feels rushed. But I've had this gun for a while. It's taken me a long time to actually put together this video. And I see the battery light on my camera going out. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed looking at this beautiful brown Bess.